Good morning, universe. My name is Mitch Barnett. This is my dog, Katrina Barnett. They're survivors. The story is going to take place actually in an 8 by 10 foot cage. An 8 by 10 foot cage, and the dog is in the 8 by 10 foot cage and is howling like a wolf. The dog is howling like a wolf. Actually, it was 2006, and I was supposed to meet my goddaughter at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m., and we were going to go look at dogs. There was a hurricane actually in Louisiana. So I'm going to go over and meet my niece at 12 o'clock. I hope she gets there on time. I get there a little bit before 12, and I'm looking at the dogs. I walk into North Shore Animal League, and the first dog that I ran into in an 8 by 10 foot cage, it was really amazing. I see this dog in an 8 by 10 foot cage, and I actually get a flashback of Vietnam. And I was in a cage also, a listening post, LP duty it was called. I was at Marble Mountain, South Vietnam, and I had a flashback that I was in a cage at this listening post. It was the same cage as this dog was, 8 by 10 foot cage. I was in an 8 by 10 foot cage also at the listening post. So I get a flashback, and I start to, I'm going to meet my niece, but this is the dog. The first dog I've seen, I was interested in it. It looked like an African hyena. I said, oh my God, they rescued an African hyena. This is exactly the dog that I pictured in my mind that I was looking for. So I said, this is the dog I want. And actually, I spoke to the doctor at North Shore Animal League, and he suggested that I don't take the dog because the dog has a lot of health issues. The dog had hookworm, heartworm, and tapeworm. So he was saying, you're better off taking a different dog. And I'm saying to my mind, I don't care if the dog is sick. This is the dog I'm supposed to take. This is the dog I picked. This is the first dog I've seen at the animal shelter, and this is the dog that I want. This is definitely the dog. I know it's a sickly dog, but I don't care. I want that dog. There's a higher power that I have to answer to, Almighty God. And that's his dog, and I was going to take care of his dog for him. I was told to take this, but this was the dog, was calling to me to take this dog. So I get a flashback of Vietnam. I'm on a listening post, and it's very, very, very bad. And I'm in the same position. The dog probably doesn't know if she's going to survive what's going on. She's so scared. When I took her out of the cage and I put her back, she started howling like a wolf. She was howling like a wolf, and she urinated in the cage. And I felt I was in the same predicament when I had the flashback that I was in Vietnam at the listening post. We were in the same position, so I could relate to the animal, and I'm sure the animal can relate to me, and that's the animal that I want. So this is just the first story, getting a flashback, my first day in Vietnam. I don't know if I'm going to survive Vietnam. I don't think I will survive it. I really don't think I will survive it. But I want to take care of this animal. This is the animal that was calling to me. This is the first animal that I've seen. This is the animal that I want. So we took the dog out of the cage, and she started howling. And when we put her back, she started howling like a wolf, and she urinated in the cage. So this is the first story of my first night in Vietnam. I don't think I'm going to survive. And this is the dog that I want. This is the dog that was calling to me. This is the first dog that I've seen. This is the dog that I want. And this is our story, Katrina and Mitch Barnett, survivors, Vietnam. This is Vietnam, and I survived Marble Mountain, South Vietnam, and my dog survived Hurricane Katrina. And we're survivors. This is our story, and this is what we're going to talk about. Have a nice day, universe.